Hi, I'm Diane Bass, Federal Criminal Defense Attorney, and I want to talk to you about RDAP, which is the Residential Drug Treatment Program that's offered by the Federal Bureau of Prisons. There's a lot of information online about RDAP. There are a lot of prison consultants who talk to you about RDAP. I am going to talk to you about it from a lawyer's perspective. So what is RDAP? RDAP is, as I said, a residential drug treatment program, and when I say residential, I mean you do it while you're in prison. It is a 400-hour program. It is extremely effective, and it is offered to people who have committed the crime that they're charged with because of some sort of an addiction. Unfortunately, it is only limited to drugs and alcohol. So gambling addicts, people who are addicted to other things, generally do not qualify for RDAP. So how do you qualify for RDAP, and what are the benefits? The major benefit, apart from rehabilitation, is that you are eligible to receive a year off of your sentence. So that is a huge benefit if you successfully complete the program. So then, of course, the next question is, how do I get into this program? This starts at the very early stages of your case. So I would submit that even at your initial appearance in court, when you're interviewed by pretrial services and they ask you if you use drugs or alcohol, you say yes. So it is documented. Now, the downside of that is that you may have to do drug treatment or drug testing while you are on pretrial supervision before you resolve your case, but it is certainly worth it if in the end you're going to get a year off of your sentence. Yes, drug testing is a pain in the neck. They call you at 5 in the morning randomly and you have to show up and be tested, but certainly better than spending an extra year in prison. At the next stage of the proceedings, when you are having your pre-sentence interview, which we talk about at length in many of my videos. If it's not on my YouTube page, they're on my website, which there is a link below in the description for my website. You can learn all about preparing for the pre-sentence interview. One of the factors will be your drug or alcohol addiction. What you want to do, in addition to just telling the pretrial services or the probation officer who is preparing your report that you have this addiction, is you want to engage in counseling, AA, NA, or rehab, so that you can establish the fact that, yes, I actually do have an addiction and I am working on it. So why do you have to go through all this trouble? Because anyone can say that they have a drug or alcohol addiction because everyone wants a year off their sentence, right? So you want to kind of have to prove it to the government, to the judge, and most of all to the Bureau of Prisons. So pretrial services may say, yeah, this guy's, should do counseling, he should do drug testing. And the probation department may put in your probation report, he says he has an addiction, he's been, using X substance for so many years, he's been smoking pot every day, he's been drinking alcohol until he blacks out, he or she, I should say. Whatever the case may be, they're going to document in the probation report. But if you don't have anything to back it up, the Bureau of Prisons might say, yeah, well, I don't know. So they're kind of your tough audience. So that's why I always recommend to my clients, if there is a drug or alcohol issue, you need to go to as many NA or AA meetings as possible. You want to go to a drug rehab. If pretrial is offering it for you, then you take it. You want to take advantage of every opportunity. You're also going to get letters from people who know you well talking about your addiction, and all of this is attached to the pre-sentence report, or reference to those letters will be mentioned in the pre-sentence report. Probation doesn't actually attach the letters. They will just do a synopsis of each letter or a summary of all the letters for the judge. As your lawyer, I always attach the letters to your sentencing memorandum, but that does not go to the BOP. Your pre-sentence report is what goes to the BOP. So once you get there, you have your intake interview, and then they review the probation report. They see that you've been working on this issue, and they will allow you to do the program. Now, there's a caveat. There are certain offenses that do not qualify. So if there are any weapons, violence, or a sex crime in your case, you will not qualify for RDAP, unfortunately. So that's the very basic outline of RDAP. It's a very hot topic. Everyone wants to know about it. Everyone wants to get into it. So if you have any questions, please contact my office. My website, email, and phone number are in the description below, and I would be more than happy to talk to you, answer any questions that you have, and ultimately help you with your case. So thank you very much for watching.